So farmers growing crops that don't have any livestock should search someone out who would put livestock on their land for that biological activity. You get the cows depositing their waste right out in the field, turns into better yields, works out better for everyone. And I'm a grazer. So in 2006, we converted about 50 acres at the home farm here of row crop land into rotational grazing land. That's a tough sell for someone. Putting some animals on a field like is behind me here is not as tough a sell because you don't have to commit years and years and years. All you have to do is put up a fence, and it can be a temporary fence, around your field and put some cattle out there. And when they see the yield bump in their monitor when they're combining their crops in the future years, they will say, hey, there must be something to this. And you may get them to go more to a grazing, rotational grazing in the summer and putting your animals on your row crop fields in the other times of the year. But that's the catch, is you don't have to convince everyone to go to grass right away. Baby steps.
Well, the best advice I can give is to go and look at what other farmers are doing and see if that system would work for you or how you want to change it or something a little bit. Because not every situation is going to work for each farmer. For cover cropping, I would say try it on just a small acreage. And within 5 years, you will see a difference.
When you're starting with cover crops, you want to take it slow. Try a little acre of your farm or 10 acres of it and kind of work into it, see what fits your system. Because you don't want to go and say, well, so-and-so is doing that and that works for them, but will that work in your system? Your management style, your farm, your operation is totally different than the neighbor down the road. So take it slow, but definitely give it a try. I think cover crops are one of them things that, you try a few times and see what fits your operation, because one thing might not work this year, but the weather is a big factor and it might work great next year. So I'd say you gotta give it a few year trial basis before you really know if it works in your operation. I'd think if you're going to look at grazing cover crops and you have an opportunity with a nice piece of cover crop out there, go ahead and graze it, even if you're new to the whole process and you want to get out there and try it.